It's odd. 2026 Chevy Equinox is ready for your daily drives, weekend getaways, and everything in between. Plenty of cargo space.
How y'all doing, everybody? How y'all doing? This is BELGIUM Gaming. We are in a windy situation, apparently, all over Brazil today. I have checked out several places. This is one of the calmest I can find at the moment. I don't know. I don't think anybody's really going to be showing up tonight, so. I mean, I'll fly in, I don't give a shit. Got this new pink balloon. Teaching this guy how to fly today, so we'll be giving him some lessons. I'll keep my mic in a little bit. Turn that down a little bit. So yeah, we are here in Brazil, and right now I am chilling by myself. Let's see. The winds are just insane right now. I mean, it's got some gust to it for sure. Turn off my unlimited fuel, since I had to drive that truck since I crashed my balloon yesterday, last night. Sure did. I hit the ground pretty hard, then I drove into a tree. So as it just seems to be, because I haven't heard from nobody today, except for Joe Chips, he's not coming in tonight. So it's like it's just going to be me and Larry here. I'm teaching you how to drive, fly a hot air balloon. Larry, you ready? Yes, sir. Yeah, I am too. Just hang tight, all right? Hang tight.
We are now recording.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, it looks like I am solo today. Usually there's something going on, but I'm literally like my only self watching. But it's okay. We all have our days, so. All right. Well, looks like we're just gonna go ahead and take off. Got Larry with us. He's our new student pilot. Trying to get his hot air balloon license in check. So here we go. We're gonna get ready to roll here in a second. Always procrastinating a little bit more. Always. Whoops.
Okay, so do you guys go ahead and put some weight on the sides there. In general, what we want to do in this case is we know the balloon's not quite light enough to fly, right? Right. And so what we're going to do is we're going to keep weight on. For now, we're going to heat up the balloon, and then we're going to ask for weight off, but hands on. Okay. And then that should kind of get us off the ground, and then when we feel confident, we'll just say hands off. All right.
okay to do longer burns. Okay.
Now, in theory, you've got their weight on here too. So
Now
once you
we're
feel
going
like
in.
it's pretty close, I think you're about one good long burn away. So try that. Now let's do weight off and hands on, right? And we should be really close now. A good long burn. Right.
And then I get in here and I feel a lot better.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I'm feeling a nice track down here over the Amazon building.
Okay.
And so I think that we just, you know, I think it kind of doesn't matter. Now, this point right here, you got to burn. There's just a little bit of false lift. Even though it's not super windy, you always get just that little bit. And so we're kind of leveling out, and now you've bumped it back up a little bit. Yeah. When I was driving down Powers this morning, I saw this bank of fog or haze or whatever. It's like, oh, hey, that's concerning. I called the airport and they said clear, so
Yeah.
yeah, it just feels like we've had a lot of that extra smog and haze here lately. I think we're here. So the way we call the airport is we announce who we're calling. So we're going to call,
Springs Tower,
right, and we are,
hot air balloon, November 74008.
right, and then in this case, since they know who we are, that's really plenty. And just say, you know, we just took off one.
Do you say that initially?
Yeah. Air 7400 off to your west.
So it's squirrely or up high.
That's what the ruck says. Now the pieball sort of went up and sort of went north. And Terry actually said he thought west as it went up, which I find surprising. That was not in the forecast.
But just because it's not in the forecast doesn't mean it's going to happen, right?
I thought the forecasts were 100%. Okay, a couple of visual cues here as you see the water tower and the steam, and then you see the Amazon
shit.
building, and then you see the other water tower.
Valdez, what up, son?
Is, if you stay west of this water tower, then your life is pretty good.
Okay.
If you feel like you're going east of that water tower,
What
I'm
up,
sorry,
man?
west of that water tower, things get pretty tight now.
Which we're kind of...
Yeah, we're left of it.
I got a student pilot with me today.
Because that takes you over Amazon, over the open space.
It's gonna be a short flight because I'm burning a lot of fuel because this dude's heavy as hell. I mean, it's gonna be a long but short flight, you know.
And so, in general, what I find from here is more left, everything gets easier.
Okay.
And it's never too early to start planning your landings.
Okay.
But I'm happy with what we've got here. As we're flying, we're getting a gradual left turn.
So with this person in here, I'm gonna have to keep it
Do I
close
need to
to
be
90
flying
degrees
right?
Celsius on my
Why would you
gauge.
Just an area.
That's
yeah,
crazy.
Ideally, you'd be 1,000
That's
feet
usually
with
like
these
50,
folks.
55. There ain't no way to get through there, Valdez. There ain't no way there to
Will we
get there,
ever
dude.
get to 1,000 feet? I don't know. From a perception standpoint,
You have to
if
go
you're
parallel.
just cruising level over folks like this, they get the sense that you're not even trying.
Right.
Whereas if you're gradually climbing, Now that said, especially with this type of an area where, in my opinion, there's not a lot of sensitivity here, planning comes before managing congested area.
Okay.
So like if we go up and we get a right turn, I don't care. I'm going down low because I'm a safe landing, and I don't want to have to be in the neighborhoods later. Does that make sense?
It does.
And I believe it is still illegal, but at least it's a reasonable.
So if you got question, that could be a pretty good answer.
Because
Why
hey,
I did this.
I tried to go to 1,000 feet. I got this turn out of congestion to give us a safer landing and to be over fewer people. And I think that's out of that website, it's about 145-ish. So we've got one.
It's been a while since I really flown solo. I did like the other day, but
You know, it's one of those things. It'd be nice to have a left turn, but it's not a big deal.
I hope this stuff ain't dying off because I mean we had some momentum going. I guess I'm about to start pushing out more shit.
Is this the altitude that piebald turned around?
A little higher than this, I thought.
Our envelope takes 51 degrees, so we got a lot of headroom. Okay, you're intending to climb, right?
Yeah. I feel like we're changing, going kind of that way more now.
Yeah, we're getting, I mean, it's 172, 173, so we're getting a little bit of that right turn. Also, you can look at the steam coming off the power plant and see how it catches 200 to 300 feet. That tells us that there is an inversion layer at least laying over the city. That may or may not be here. Convincingly saw the piebald go back north, right?
Right.
Both times.
Right.
So therefore, I'd recommend that you keep climbing 200 to 300 feet a minute. Let's see when we pick up that turn. Now, because this direction, 200, this gets us into this area down here, which it's not horrible. To get down Highway 85, there's a lot of power lines, congestion, eventually Fort Carson. In terms of the length of flight, that wouldn't be as nice.
Right.
Whereas if we can keep climbing, if we do get that turn back to the north, that'd be ideal. And our guess is that's going to be somewhere around 68-ish.
68?
Yeah. Okay. Almost due west now, right?
Climbing and find that north.
Yep.
Let's see if I can do some ground surfing down here. Nice little fields. Wind's pretty shy, breezy. Gotta be careful. Don't want to take out another balloon. I got stuck with this pink one today. It's not even mine. It's borrowed.
Stayed
Pat.
lower and then jumped up and come back.
Not necessarily. I mean, to some degree, we never really know because we don't know what wind we're going to find. While the wind on the very surface, the first couple 300 feet, is likely to change with the sunrise, the stuff up at 500 to 1,000 isn't. And so it's reasonable to believe that the piebald that we saw is still there. Because it's only been, what, 30 or 40 minutes. That should be fine. So out here, we tend to get pretty, I'll say, spoiled. When we look out to our east, I mean, those acres, those fields that we're landing in typically are hundreds of acres of nothing. Right? Great, you can do a nice. And if you do a really slow approach and you miss it, it's no big deal. You got 3 more tries. What I find is if we always fly way out there in sort of the middle of nowhere, then we don't get a very fine-tuned awareness of what is a good landing spot. Because it's easy to look out there and say, oh man, that's where I want to be landing. This is all way too tight, I got nothing. I should panic. What you can do is you can start to fine-tune it and think, well, the balloon is on the order of 100 feet tall, 50 to 75 feet wide.
I mean, any of these would be
Right. There's a school, here's a field, here's another school. Those would be totally fine. And from a safety standpoint, we could be on the street, in a parking lot, in this storage area construction. And all of those types of things are fine. The biggest advantage, which I love about Colorado Springs, is most of the town has underground power.
right.
You don't have to worry about, does that building have some of them do, but you've got to pay attention.
Time for
By and
some-
large, there aren't a lot.
Some ground surfing, baby. You can get her in. That's what she said.
Like you put right on that. We made that turn. I think so. I mean, it's in a good direction. I don't know. We can camp out here. That sort of takes us over there. We're not going quite over the airport yet. And as we find, you know, we gradually so if we wanted to, we could go further west. I'm not sure we'll get more east, right?
Watch out there, brother. Don't want to smash your truck. I'm just ground surfing, bro. I'm not landing. I'm ground surfing.
Yes.
Oh yeah, ground surf, baby.
Shut.
Should I give it a little heat before I do?
Yeah, it will let a little heat out.
In the wind. Just like that on you. Wee. Wee woo wee woo.
So, let's think about trying to shoot for the launch segment.
Okay, so I would need to. Where did we see? So I just need to come down and find the west, huh?
And probably not even a lot, because you still got to go north. But I bet if you drop down 300 feet, I bet you would find a 320, 330 type of range.
So to come down with the maneuvering bit?
You just let it cool. Either way works. We're not trying to make a real precise move, and so just let it cool a little bit. Let yourself get into a 200-300 foot, and that'd be fine.
There you go. Very nice.
It's nice.
It keeps pulling in front of the balloon. You must not want your vehicle very much on there.
It's nice to know that's there.
It disappeared again. Dun,
Right
dun,
on the
dun.
boundary of finding that left turn. I could just barely feel the wind on the back of my neck.
No, he's up here. Well, they got some buildings up here in the horizon. Wind too harsh for splash and dash on this little creek.
Okay, so you've been flying off this tank, right? Yep. And it just came off the tank, 30%. Okay.
The Microsoft developer people are flying in Peru Friday at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time.
We'll switch.
Got like 100 something simmers in there.
Slow little short burst to keep
Yeah,
the
that's
balloon
perfect.
warm.
Man, hell
Notice that you're
no.
maintaining a very consistent descent rate. I do.
And that way, if I need to come up, it's not going to take as much to
Feel that wind on your face? Okay, so we should turn here pretty quick.
I just had a bitch ass spider just like come out of nowhere, bro. I hope you in here, cause I'm gonna lock your ass in like a bitch. Boop.
smoke is kind of going to the west a little bit.
I think so.
See you, little fucker.
Nothing in a hurry.
Now you did, now.
No, as you get to the point where you're making more and more precise moves,
Only spiders are
timing
welcome to my house with a
but
jumping
rarely
spider.
are you in a hurry to do this.
All the rest of y'all motherfuckers, nope.
Where that can change, or at least the feeling of landing, because then you feel like you're doing a burn and a turn and a vent and talking to passengers and all of that time. And that's why Scott was saying there are times it's when you really ought to just be flying the balloon.
Alright, Larry.
So I feel like we're going to hit
Well, we've got a ways to go. Concerned about the buildings, but you've already burned enough that we're leveling out. And
that's a weird feeling too. I'm going to have to overcome.
that sense of, oh, we're really close. Yep.
Burning too much.
Interesting that even on the way down, notice that we got east, not west.
Right.
So that tells me that middle layer is very trustworthy.
See the sunrise.
Loud and clear. Well, think through what your flight plan is, and notice that we got that
You can
track.
see your
Caught that, we
footprints.
got a little bit of a bump east, right? Because we were over
You
the
should
whole
do a
time.
heart or something
So we
next
gained
in the
that.
next field.
Now we're headed back on that track. And so I think
You're doing a lot of running, bro.
I think you'll actually benefit from staying low and headed south. Okay?
This dude like teleported straight to his truck. That's funny.
just barely descending, but that burn should level us out.
That's a feeling I'm trying to get.
Talk to or something like that.
Not really. I enjoy being by myself. The fuck you mean? You know how to live by myself? Oh, hell yeah. That's double lives of heaven right there, son. Whoa. I'm pendulum swinging. Swinging like a pendulum. Da, 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 da. Larry, how you feeling today, bro? I'm just slowly creeping up in the air, so just a little bit. Yeah, you look pretty big for someone that's 111 pounds.
And if I overburn, it'd be a good time to turn me in the right direction, huh?
Yeah, if you feel like you want to turn, like right now, this is going to turn us this way, right?
Oh, yeah, so I'd have to go all the way
you'd
around.
have to go all the way around, which is not the end of the world.
How much is too much to pull on that thing?
It's pretty hard to overpull it. You feel the tension in it.
Excuse me, Larry.
Remember that when you let go of the rope, we're going to keep turning a little bit. So that's where
We'll
the
go far
timing
cruise.
sort of gets tricky.
Probably stuck back there somewhere. I love all these fields, man. I see him way down there. Having fun down there, brother? Yeah, Joe Chips lended me this balloon.
All this if we had to.
It's got a J on it.
Isn't it interesting how now we've got a real strong east? The nature of it being calm here, though, is it tends to be light and buried. Which is great for landings, but it's hard to plan a flight.
Sometimes you just gotta say, beep it.
Are we still turning from the turn? Yeah. Okay, so that went on. Wide open.
It's real slow, but yeah, it does just keeps that momentum to it, doesn't it?
Where another one would be perfect.
Right,
Stop
just a
it.
little. Put the brakes on that turn. And when you're nibbling, you can do that.
Right.
And always an excuse to want new stuff.
Hey, what the hell? Oh no, you got them motor. That's not a hot air balloon. That's just a modified miniature blimp. This is a hot air balloon. That's a modified mini blimp. Facts. I hate those balloons.
Let's talk about emergency procedures.
I hate them imposters,
There's a
boy.
couple of emergency
I will
things that could
never,
potentially happen in the air
ever
that
fly one of
we're
those
being
on this
prepared
game.
for.
Nope.
Possibly happen.
I shall not.
The three things that I like to be really prepared
Thou
for
shalt
are
not
something like
pass.
a fuel leak, a fire, or some sort of a passenger problem. Passenger problem. People are having a heart attack.
Nah, real shit, I would never fly in them bitches. You can pay me $2 million. I'm not doing it. Nope.
And by and large, there's not a lot to do differently in terms of flying the balloon when the passenger does that. But what I do find is if the passenger is panicking,
I just want to take my Call of Duty sniper rifle and just pop
one of the
that
best
thing.
approaches is just to have a
Fucking modernized blimp. Yeah, that's crazy.
they're not going to do something dumb and fall out.
Look like you have
If
watermelon
you're
seeds
sitting down,
on the
you're
top
more
of
likely to
it.
be able to just breathe, relax. They're not going to be able to it can relieve their fear of heights or whatever. And if they really are having a heart attack or something like that, and they pass out,
That's a mini blimp. It's not a hot air balloon.
passing out from it's safer than passing out from standing.
Airplane?
And if they're sitting down,
No airplane? Ain't
in
nobody
general,
out here.
You don't have to mess with them.
Oh yeah, they quit doing
Whereas if they're standing,
the live
who
ATC
knows what
flights
they're
and stuff, huh?
because they're probably not listening. They're not paying attention. They're not holding
There's
on.
no more like live
So those are
traffic.
rare, but it's nice to know what you get.
I'm going for this big circle over here.
Have it, not need it.
I'm probably gonna miss it, but whatever. I'm going for this circle.
So in that kind of a situation, let's say you've got someone who's panicking or having a heart attack, then typically what I do is I like to alert the crew. Because they know we're not landing, right? And so you can make up any excuse. A lot of times crews develop sort of a code word language.
You're
I've
not
never
in the
done that
watermelon
because I
anymore?
frequently have new crew and they
You
don't
sure?
know- They don't know the special terms. But even something as simple as
That's what the fuck is gonna be called now, the
"Hey, guys,
watermelon
over to
balloon.
sports field. I'm gonna go
Or
and do
the
a landing
watermelon
gear
mini blimp balloon
Doesn't have to
imposter.
sound panicky.
No, if you change aircraft, you usually have to load in and jump out and load in
They know
again.
something's up. Something's
It's
weird.
Microsoft
And it doesn't
stupid
really
shit.
matter what it is, right? If you feel like it's a serious emergency, like a heart attack, then it is also fine and appropriate to ask them to call 911.
Can you do that from this also?
You can declare an emergency, and with us so close to the airport, they would be in a position to help us.
Like if we saw a traffic accident or something, would that be something you could?
I'd probably not. Probably wouldn't waste my time. But something along the lines of, let's say we're flying, and this airplane's over here. We're near airport property. To be able to call the airport and say, I have an in-flight emergency and I'm going to land, that would be fine. In general, they have emergency services that only operate on the airport. So they wouldn't call 911 and get the police or an ambulance here. But like if we're over the runway, absolutely land and they'll bring services out to you immediately. And so then, if you did ask the crew to call 911, it's important in that minute to draw some boundaries on how long. Hold on, call 911. Okay, what am I calling them about?
Right.
What's going on? Whereas you can say, you know, hey, tequila chasers, please call 911. Important to clarify that. I'm emergency on board. That's plenty. And then so he can get on the wire, and by the time you figure out how to get the balloon down, you'll probably have an ambulance. I have never done that. I've been flying a long time. I've had people who have panic attacks.
Yeah.
I've had one.
Afraid of heights kind of thing?
I was super excited, actually. It was really funny. She was super excited, and I think just sort of high altitude. Kind of forgot to breathe and just got so excited she passed out. And I was flying over the line balloon. I've got 10 passengers, and all of a sudden I just feel, and I'm checking cables and is everything okay? And then I'm like, okay, we're missing someone. Yeah, she's down here. And so then, when she was passed out, I started my immediate descent looking for a landing and called the crew. And then she woke up. And I ended up landing anyway, and just sort of settled in and said, okay, now, how are you feeling? She explained, yeah, I'm super excited, that's fine. I just had her come close to me and took off again and had a rest of it. So, but in all the years and all the packages, I only had that one time. So, you know, I've always thought about it. I worry more about the older passengers, and again, we talk a lot about heart attacks and altitude sickness. So that's just sort of passing. Sort of in line of frequency,
Ground surfing.
the potential for fire is probably the next frequency to pay attention to. I have never had a fire. I've never had a fire on board. I've never had a fire on the ground. I've seen a few.
Just one the other day, sort of.
Right. They become issues. But like I say, I've never had one. The most.
I don't know why you just don't wait in the chart, brother.
I've seen fire when refueling. I've seen fire when inflating. Typically, they didn't set the other things. They got in, they went to inflate, and now they got fuel, and then they, you know, they lit fire. But again, never actually seen an onboard fire. With the exception of, I suppose technically, I've seen a couple of power
You
lines.
keep stopping in front of me. Why? Don't be the drivers down here in the United States.
And so in general, with propane, if you have a propane fire on board, there are a little bit of delays. Something on the order of 15 to 30 seconds to solve the problem.
Let the fuel
That's right.
flow in or whatever.
The approach I take, especially with this dual burner system that we have, yeah, it's just because you're not using it.
Oh, okay.
And because the fuel's just sitting there being pulled. And
Is that okay?
Mhm.
Okay. Burn that one out
Yeah.
so I can really hear it.
32%
I
fuel.
turned it on, hitting this one when I was
okay.
trying to
work
watch the
that
video
one tank.
last night and noticed that.
I'm almost at the circle thing.
So, in general,
It's not going to be completely where the X is.
if you got it on fire, it's going to be at a couple of different places. Most likely, it's going to be at a tank. Most likely, on the tank, it's actually out of the stem of the tank valve. And it might be at the fitting, but the key is it will be here. It's not going to be down here. It's not going to be at a because this is the only vulnerable spot in the tank.
Now, how would a spark, I mean, would it catch from here to here, or
Spark, it'd probably just be a spark, especially on a dry day. You're more likely to see before a fire. But if for some reason you do have a fire, it's going to be here or it's going to be here at the last valve. And either way, the approach is very similar, and we deal with fuel leaks very similarly. And that is, if the fire is then you just reach through and shut the fuel off. And since we've got these tanks manifolded, you'd want to shut both tanks off so that you can limit fuel. Because even if this tank is off,
it's still getting fuel from there.
that valve or that fitting still has fuel.
And if I had to, I could just go straight from the burner to the tank.
You
If I had
could.
to, you know, maybe if the issue was in the manifold or something.
Yep. So what we want to do is first step is to reach through the fuel leak or the fire and shut the fuel. And then, ideally what you'd want to do is then you'd want to burn out the fuel so that all your fire is going up into the balloon the way you intended it, and then you don't have any pressure on the lines. What's your most likely scenario? And then of course the nice thing is that it's a little bit
Oh, that's
conditioner.
Valdez. I thought that was like an animal or
Then,
something.
once you drain the fuel in that,
Oh, the wind sucks.
probably no longer moving. It's probably no longer on fire. And
Totally
now you
not
can move to
the east
other side,
direction
and,
that was actually
you
east
know, You should
direction.
approach a landing,
Totally not.
but the general principle is
Right.
and so don't do something dumb.
Unsafe. Just be safe about it,
So
but
that,
get down
okay,
on the ground.
yeah, I'm going to work this landing, and you know what? This is going to be inconvenient because I'm going to be inside that fence. Fine. But, you know.
Away from you real fast.
Gotta stay tuned in, right?
Listening to you, you know, I have to like force myself to burn during the
And that's actually why, that's one of the biggest reasons why I talk so much.
Okay.
Because
Get me used to it.
your passengers will non-stop.
Right. I'm not moving anywhere fast.
I was going to say, I think we have officially zero movement right now. I think we've been over this school for quite a while.
I definitely see the shorter burst.
All right. We're ready to go ahead and bring her down.
Yeah, so the balloon doesn't, and then you can let the balloon respond and get a feel for, was that enough? Or, no, I'm going to do another one.
How
All right.
often do you use your instruments when you fly?
Depends on what I'm flying. If I'm flying a, I'll check them especially for temperature. 2 or 3 times in flight just to make sure that it's what I predict. So I really pay attention to the instruments when I'm at altitude and you sort of lose that bearing on the horizon.
Watch out, watch out.
And then I'll,
We got some wind, man. We dragging.
other than that, I find what I want.
We dragging, baby.
With these, I look at the speed direction.
There you go. All right.
I really want, oh, did I get that left turn? And you know, that kind of.
Woo. Definitely,
I mean, that temps have been
wow.
low and still on the first tank.
Yeah.
Well, we could easily fly
This
for 2 or 3 hours.
fucking, that was kind of exciting.
It's the nice thing about winter, I mean, and it's comfortable up here.
Yeah.
Hey, well, appreciate the crewmanship here, brother. That was definitely a wild landing. I hope my student pilot is okay. He's still in the basket. Say, bro, I like your shoes, son. Hell yeah. It's crazy. Ain't nobody show up today, bro. I mean, I have been slacking on promoting because, I mean, I got other shit going on, and I'm also trying to put my music out there more and all kind of crap, life. It's been insane. But I appreciate the ride along and the crew. Well, huge new. Oh man, that's a sign right there. But hope y'all have a good night tonight, everybody. This is your boy BELGIUM Gaming. We're here in Brazil. We had a little student flight tonight, so everything went well. Took a little drag, but I mean not too bad. Ain't go too, from over there. So, but yeah, shout out to Valdez for the chase crew experience, and yeah, I will see y'all maybe in the morning. I think tomorrow is the last day here in Brazil, so hope to see everybody here. Y'all have a great day, have a good night, and y'all stay cool and be good at it. Holla.